Killer Come Back to Me by Ray Bradbury, Chapter 3, Guns Are Old-Fashioned. It was a big, impressive house in Brentwood. You could fall in its swimming pool if you didn't watch out. The bathrooms had glass doors. It glittered. Walking around the huge garden surrounding the place, Brogman figured how it had all worked, how Merritt had been an unpopular sort of guy, how Ricky's spot had been vacant, discounting Merritt, for weeks now following Ricky's death. Things hadn't gelled yet. So a lot of guys wanted Ricky back. When people want things bad enough, they get them, even if they have to make believe. So Brogman filled the part. He wasn't near enough to the original, so they made him into a kind of duplicate of the old boss, something strictly from a psychological text, something for mind doctors to kick around. Mob instinct, leader instinct, desire to put upon a pedestal. What the hell? He was in now. That counted, no matter how a psychiatrist explained it. The wishful thinking, the acceptance of a new shape from the old mold. He was in. But, seeing the house and the garden, now after all the excitement died down, he realized that it meant nothing to him, not a thing. What in hell did he want then? What? Even, there was something about Julie. There had to be a party, so Los Angeles could meet a guy named Brogman. He bought a corsage for Julie for the party. He gave it to her in a cellophane box and watched her face change at sight of it. She twisted the box apart and tore the flower into pieces and dropped it on the floor. That's not what I want. I keep telling you, don't give me anything like that. She walked off. He picked up the mashed flower, smelled it. It smelled all right. He shook his head. The house was full of mist from cigarettes, coming and going in great nicotine fog banks. Bottles rattled sharply. Bottles rattled, shapely glass hips, one against another. Champagne tumbled into glasses. Everybody talked too much. It was Friday night. Merritt had been killed and taken away Wednesday. Brogman stood in the middle of the noise. This was the circus Julie ringmastered him for, so all the big lions could look at their new tamer, sit up, give a jealous greeting, shake hands maybe. Things were smooth. Julie saw to it that people who were small time stayed on the outer fringe, while the big Joes got through. There were plenty of them. So they call you Ricky too. This was an old man with white hair, name of Vanning, some sort of contact with one of the biggest lawyers. Soft pink face, long and intelligent, looking slightly wrinkled, constantly smoking imported cigars. Like to see you after the party, Ricky, he said softly. What about? Vanning chuckled a little. We're surprised that you're showing up, Ricky. We're respectable businessmen. Yes, we are. It's like having a ghost coming among us, but I must admit you were clever. You used a psychological trick. Very good. Keep talking. In spite of the fact that you showed some originality in the way you took Ricky Wolf's place, you're still one of the old-school gangsters, the kind of person who used to rob a bank with a gun. What's wrong with that? Unscientific. We're businessmen. We do our work with hints, words, a little pressure here and there. Quiet transactions. We use psychology, too, but use it all the time. The old man brushed his soft white hair. Now listen to me, young man. From now on, criminality works behind a desk. It's been tending that way for a long time, but now it's here to stay. Science prevents you from being out in the open anymore. People won't stand for it. So what do we talk about after the party? About you quieting down, my boy. You attract attention. You're old-fashioned. Make too much noise. So I gotta change? We can give you an office downtown. I'm not made that way. The old man kept smiling, his eyes twinkling. On occasion, if we are forced to, we can revert to the old-fashioned gangsterism. Let me tell you, we can kill you legally many times and take credit for having done the public a service. See how clever we are? Brogman considered, Vanning a moment, his heart pounding, his eyes narrowed down to hard slits. Vanning looked at Brogman's eyes. Hill Street and 6, the Leighton Building, after midnight. I'll think about it. When Vanning walked away, Julie's face said no to Brogman, with an exclamation point after it. But liquor and self-power both were fogging his brain, and he could hardly see her. The rest of the party wasn't even a decent memory. It was blotted out by a kind of excitement, the same excitement that had followed him ever since he met Julie. It was like a big drum being pounded in his brain, louder and louder and louder. The door slammed on the last of the departing guests. Julie held onto the doorknob, feeling it. All of the steel had poured out of her, as if through a secret release. She was hardly a healthy cat animal anymore. She trembled. They padded upstairs together through the suddenly quiet house, no words passing between them. They closed the door to her room, and the first words that she said were, "You're not going down tonight to see Vanning. He knows he can handle you. He's afraid of you, so he'll kill you. He knows he can't handle you. He's afraid of you, so he'll kill you." He kissed her on her full, obstinate lips. She smelled fresh after the nicotine and liquor. He kissed her on the neck and ears and cheeks and again on the lips, and she responded. It was a long kiss. Her fingers bit into his arms. "Oh, Ricky, Ricky," she gasped. He let her go. He fell back as if she had struck his face. She put up her hand as if to catch those words, but she was too late. She couldn't bring them back. He looked at her as if she were invisible and said, "What did you say? I didn't mean it." "You said Ricky. You said it." Weakly then, dazed, he repeated her words and then said, "You love him. You love a dead man. I should have guessed. You made me try to look like him. You risked your life on it. You made me look, walk, talk like him so he could hold you again, so he could kiss you again, hurt you again. Please, Johnny." His eyes were wide open again. "You don't love me. You tried to dig Ricky out of the grave. I should have guessed when the gang acted the way it did at the magazine shop. They wanted Ricky back too. They took a substitute for one of the real article, and all the other little things." He started groping for the door like a blind man. "You didn't want me to kiss you. You kissed me. That's the way it was with Ricky. You did things for him. When I did things, you resented it. You slapped me. It was off key, off character. It wasn't Ricky. It wasn't him at all. The flower I gave you, you didn't want. Ricky never gave flowers, and I said nice things. You were angry." Julie got in front of the door, her breath hissing. "You can't go out. Vanning will kill you. You afraid I'll get killed? Afraid Ricky will die again?" He beat at her like fists, while his unfeeling hand sought the gun in its leather vest under his arm. "Afraid Ricky'll die again? Couldn't stand that, could you? Couldn't stand having him killed again?" "No." She said the words so simply, so softly. "I couldn't stand it. I'm sorry, Johnny, but that's how it is." She shook her head as though trying to figure out a dream, as if trying to fight off a dream. "Don't you see, Johnny? We're both the same. I'm not Julie. You don't want me. You want your mother. Somebody you can cling to. Somebody to take care of you. The mother you never had, Johnny. And I want Ricky. We met in front of a bank, Johnny, you and I, and we both wanted something, and we tried to get it, and it fell apart in our faces." She gripped him, spoke convulsively. "Oh, Ricky. Hold on to me tight. Ricky." The name was like an iron poked into his brain, stirring all the self-doubts and longings that racked him. He didn't say anything, but what he was thinking through the liquor fog was, "I'm Johnny Brogman. I'm myself, damn them. All of them. I don't need a woman to lean on. Not my mother, not Julie, not anybody. I'm Johnny Brogman, the strongest thing in the world." He tried to push her away, and she only clung tighter. Like a leech she was, feeding on his strength, trying to make him into somebody who wasn't Johnny Brogman, as if Johnny Brogman wasn't good enough. What his hands couldn't do, his gun did for him. He didn't will it precisely, but there it was. His eyes were closed, almost down, the Ricky way. His gun shot twice and knocked her back. He could feel her hands pull away from him. Clinging to the last, she fell, sprawled, and lay unmoving on the floor. He leaned against the door, swallowing, wiping at his eyes, which were blurred, and then he went downstairs, the gun still in his hand. With every step, he could feel himself growing stronger. Now he was free. He didn't need a woman to lean on, and now he had proved it. He had killed twice, and now he would kill again. The old man with the pink face, Vanning, the one who called himself a businessman, and who thought he could make a desk punk out of Johnny Brogman. Vanning, who thought he could boss Johnny Brogman the way he had bossed Ricky Wolf. Johnny Brogman was a better man than Ricky Wolf had ever been. Julie had found that out. Brogman opened the front door. He got it before he had walked halfway down the drive to his car. Vanning's men, in the black car, parked in the night shade of the building, of the bulking trees, reached for him with Tommy guns. The line of bullets hit him, and he folded over, like a man folds over an invisible wall. The guns kept spitting long after Johnny Brogman slumped down like a little kid on the lawn to take his evening sleep. So that's Johnny Brogman's story, take it or leave it, with or without the benefit of the scalpel. It's all here on the slab. Now I'll take the heart of Johnny Brogman's and place it back inside the body where it never had a chance to love, but was only a guy in a cell. I'll put all of Johnny back inside himself where it belongs, all the agony and hatred and sullen burning flame of Johnny back in upon himself in the cold craven of the bullet-torn body. And I'll perform suture upon it with a needle and thread. Drop one, pearl one, sewing Humpty Dumpty back again so they can bury him. I'll go on to other bodies, but I won't be able to write stories about them like Johnny's story. I won't be able to scalpel those brains apart to know how the heart pulsed or the stomach turned in agony. Johnny Brogman was my brother. Hand me the suture, nurse. Next.